Thank you. You're far too kind. This is Club 50 Sports. As always, it's your boy A Dub. I'm flanked by my man over here, Manny C. Talk to the people. Talk to us. What's going on? How you feeling?
We're feeling great, man. We're feeling great. Another week of sports. And yeah, Adam, what's going on in the World Series? We are gonna get to it pretty soon. It looks like things are going pretty well for the Dodgers as we start the World Series. But we're gonna find out tonight if the Yankees can somehow rebound. But first, what we got?
All right, let's take it to the National Football League. Strange occurrence happened. We had a quarterback who tapped himself out of a game. Anthony Richardson has not looked good. He's had some injury issues since he's entered the league. And now it seems like the Colts, at least for the time being, have decided to go in a different direction and they have benched him. What are your thoughts on what's going on in Indianapolis?
Adam, it's unfortunate. I used to watch this kid in Florida for the Gators, and I was never sold with this kid from the first place. This kid has always been for me a project. The last time I checked, you don't draft projects with the fourth overall pick of an NFL draft. Whomever made this pick, whomever went to tell the GM that hey, this is the guy, they should be fired. They should be fired. Richardson hasn't crossed the 50% completion in one game. 50%. 50%, Adam. It's not a lot. He is right now at 44.4. And this last game, he was 10 for 34 with 175 yards. And by the way, he took off for one play because he told his coach, I'm tired. Really? So what is OTA for? Mini camp, training camp. What is that for? You get paid for that, don't you? And by the way, you get paid very handsomely for that to be on the field playing. And you come up with this crap. I'm not surprised to be honest with you that they made this move. And Flacco moved the ball. Flacco moved the ball. This guy cannot move the ball. He is mediocre at best as a starter. He has very hard problems. I mean, very um problems dissecting the defenses. He cannot read defense out of. He goes to his first read, and if it's not there, he runs. He scrambles. He's not going through his progressions, Adam. And mind you, he only started 1 year in college. This is another thing. He hardly had any reps in college. It's not the guy's fault. It's the Colts' fault for making this man a fourth overall pick of an NFL draft, Adam. This should have never happened. This is horrible for the Colts because you know what? Most likely you have to go back to the drawing board and draft another quarterback next season. I mean, what do you say, man?
Um, well, back to Joe Flacco we go. You brought up the fact that he hasn't been over 50% completion percentage. He's just been abysmal. There's no other way to put it. Even with the football IQ that he has, they had an opportunity um, to put some points on the board at the end and get close. And this man, with 42 seconds left on the clock, instead of running out of bounds, he ran back into the middle of the field, got tackled inbounds, and they didn't run their next play until about 19 seconds had gone off the clock. I think they were at like 23 seconds. That is huge when you're talking about trying to mount a game-winning drive or game-tying drive. You've got to know the clock situation. And maybe that's like what you're saying, the fact that he didn't really play that much in college. Maybe he just doesn't understand, the rules and time clock and all of that. But to me, if it how can you not? You're a professional football player. You have to understand these things. You have to know I got to get to the sideline because even once I get to the line, 15 seconds, 16 seconds would have already bled off the clock before I can even spike the ball. These are things you have to know in those types of situations. Moving forward from that, let's just put it this way: a 39-year-old Joe Flacco. I said 39.
Yeah.
His completion percentage this year is 65%, 65.7% in the 3 games that he's played. He's thrown for 716 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 1 interception. You are being shown up by a guy who should be in the senior citizens home, my friend. Anthony Richardson has 4 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Joe Flacco with the same team. This is not new players that we're bringing in to the huddle. This is the same team.
Same roster.
He has 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Anthony Richardson has 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Oh, by the way, he only has about 200 more passing yards than him, and he's played in twice as many games, 6 games to 3. And he has about 200 plus yards on Joe Flacco. That's abysmal. At this point, he needs to sit down for some time. He needs to learn this game, and all the physical skills in the world are not going to get you where you need to go. If you're not understanding what you're seeing, you're not going far in this league. I wish him the best, but the whole tapping out without being injured and tapping out because you're tired, that shows a lack of leadership as well. The kid's not ready.
100%, Adam. Yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Do you think he should have another chance to start again for the Colts, or do you think that they should move on from this kid? Please let us know. Comment below and let us know, and we'll be right back with Club 15 Sports.